Hello again, everyone. Toby Burrell with you for another exciting night of Lady Devil Volleyball. Our Lady Devils hosting the Rosman Tigers tonight in exciting Smoky Mountain Conference Volleyball coming your way right here on the Maroon Devils Network. And Swain is excited tonight to have leading hitter Jenna Marr back in the lineup after missing the last 3 games due to an injury. So Marr will give it a go tonight against these Tigers. The Lady Devils have dropped 3 in a row in conference play and now are 2-3 in the Smoky Mountain Conference and looking to take a W here tonight at home against the visiting Rosman Tigers. Both teams come in tonight 2-3 in conference play. The Tigers are 5-4, while our Lady Devils are 8-4 overall. Rosman coming in losing 4 of their last 5, while the Lady Devils have lost 3 of their last 4. So these two storied volleyball franchises looking to get on the track tonight here in Swain County. Thanks for joining us. It'll be Swain to serve it first. Senior Caitlin Anthony will do the honors and serving it up for the Lady Devils. In JV action earlier, it was the Tigers in straight sets 2-0 over our Lady Devils. The same with the middle school results, Lady Tigers in straight sets in that one too. And we are underway here from Swain High School on a nice Thursday night. Marr with her first opportunity coming back, and she plays that one over safely. Here come the Tigers to attack. Anthony to the floor. They go outside to Eagleman. She goes deep corner, and this volley continues on. This could be a long one tonight, folks. Both teams very adept at volleys, and we're seeing that right away. Marr picks that one up as there was some confusion. There comes the attack, and that one is good. So point for the Tigers, and they are on the board first here tonight at Swain High School. For them to serve it, it will be Cambry Leidy, a sophomore for the Tigers. Good hard serve. Marr picks it up, and Epperson passes it to Eagleman, who hits it over. These Tiger JVs earlier tonight were outstanding serving the volleyball, and let's see if their varsity counterpoint or counter will do the same. And Leidy with the first one down in their service rotation, and the Tigers now lead it by 2. Marr with the pass. Winchester into position outside of Marr. She hammers that one up and down. Welcome back, Jenna. Kill for Marr, and the Lady Devils have broken serve and are on the board. Winchester to serve it, floater to the back row. Now the Tigers will have to scramble. That one's popped up in the air. The libero hits it, and it's way out of bounds, and we're tied at 2. Winchester to serve again. That one floats to the back row. Picked up over there by the Tigers. Back set the opposite way. Floated over him. Eagleman's there, and now Winchester takes it right back outside to Kinsey, and she's over with it, and the Tigers come on the attack. Seeing some good volleyball here early on by these two squads. Outside to Epperson. She passes it back, and she's going to get it down. And so the Lady Devils are on the board with their first lead here in this one. Behind Katie Winchester, the senior, and she will serve it again. Winchester up and over with that one to the back row. Shanked on the pass, and the Lady Devils now lead it by 2. It's early on here from Swain High School. We're in the first of what could be 5 sets for these two volleyball teams. Tigers back set, go at it. That one's hard off the back row, and the Lady Devils are now out to a 3-point advantage here with the Tigers. Winchester still serving. That one's up and floats to the back row again. Played, but off target, now dumped over, but Winchester's there. Yance sets Marr in the middle. Marr off the block and has got it down. So Jenna Marr from the Winchester to Yance pass makes it a 6-2 lead, and timeout Tigers right away here as this one's spiraling out of control for them. Lady Devils off to a great start here tonight on Thursday. No football for you tomorrow night. JV football action going on right now in Swain County Memorial Stadium. If we get a score update, we'll pass it along to you somewhere along the way. But the Maroon Devils are off tomorrow night before returning in action next week. Now, the Maroon Devils Network will be quite silent next week as we don't have any home events volleyball and soccer both on the road next week. And we will be with you next Thursday night, though, to broadcast live the Swain County Athletic Hall of Fame induction ceremony. That will get underway right around 7 o'clock. So Tigers coming out of that timeout, attacking to the back row, and that is a net violation on the Lady Devils. And they look puzzled by that call, but it will turn it over to the Tigers. So they have broken Katie Winchester's serve, and now will return to the service themselves. Looks like it will be Ashlyn Dotson checking into this ball game. Dotson is a senior for these Tigers. She will serve it up first. And we will say from our friends at Rosman, thank you for putting your names and numbers on Max Prep so we could do justice by your team. And that is blocked and inbounds over there for the Tigers. So they are back to within 2 here after the initial surge of the Lady Devils. Dotson to serve it again, 2 straight for her. Good hard serve to the back row. Epperson with a nice pass to Winchester. She goes outside to Yance. Back row for Ashton. And now the Tigers will scramble. They still hit it. And Anthony could not get to that one. It goes out of bounds, and it will be a point to the Tigers, who are back to within 1 now. Dotson to serve it again. She has served 3 straight. There's a 4th one, and it looks like it will be an ace again for Dotson, and we're tied at 6. So just like that, the 4-point lead for the Lady Devils vanishes, and we're square at 6 again here in the first set. Dotson to serve it again. 5th serve for her in this rotation. Good hard one over. Epperson plays it on the line drive. Now Marr can get it over and does. And so the Lady Tigers will have the chance to attack out there. They go down, and in is Ashley Hoxett with the kill. So the Tigers back on top after scoring 5 straight here in this service rotation. Dotson to serve it. Lady Devils looking to break serve. Another good hard one. Anthony's got it. Winchester pops it up, and now Marr drives it over, and the Tigers will look to attack. They go outside again. That one's down the line and good for Hoxett. So twice in a row, the Tigers have gone to her, and twice in a row she has delivered. And very quickly to change the pace up a little bit, Coach Kayla McMahon goes with libero Kira Shook into the lineup. So Dotson to serve it again. That one's good hard to the back. Shook's got it. Anthony will pop it up, and now Yance will free ball it over. Tigers look to attack, and they go middle this time. That one's played by Shook over there, and Winchester dumps it over on 2. Doesn't find the floor, though, or does it? No, it doesn't. Anthony with a pass. Winchester to Marr in the middle, and Marr up and off the block with that one. The Tigers have got it. They go outside. There's the dink. Eagleman standing there waiting, and now they go back set to Yance. Yance goes to the middle and down. Ashton Yance breaks the tide with a good pass from Katie Winchester, and the Lady Devils are back to within 1 with Kenzie Eagleman at the service line. Eagleman up and over. Good hard serve, and the Tigers will pass it over. Nice dig by Anthony right there. Winchester will take it over free. And now the Tigers with a chance to attack. They go back set. That one sails to the back corner and is good. Seeing some excellent volleyball here early in game 1 from both of these squads. Into the match will be number 6, Morgan Connor for the Tigers. She will serve it. So Connor at the service strike. Tigers by 2 in this one. Epperson with the pass. Winchester sets it. And Marr with a dink. Played. Now the Tigers scramble, and they will have to take it over here. Eagleman steps in with a pass. Winchester to the outside to Epperson. Hannah gets a little bit under that one. It sails on her out of bounds. So the Tigers now lead by 3, their largest lead in this set. That's a short serve. Anthony to the floor. Yance in transition is able to turn and get it to the back row, and that one sails out of bounds on the Tigers. So the Lady Devils break serve, and it will be Shook in for Marr to serve it. And the Lady Devils trailing by 2. Shook's short serve as an ace. So Swain back to within 1 as Kiera Shook finds the middle of that Tiger defense. And Swain now looks to tie it up again here at 10 behind the senior. Good floater to the back row. Another ace as communication gets in the way of the Tigers quickly. Substitution at the line for the Tigers, and the score is tied for the 4th time in this one. Shook to serve it again. It will be very quickly Ashley Whitmire into the ballgame for Leidy, and it will be Shook still serving 2 straight aces from the senior libero. Floater to the middle, played. Tigers go outside, throw it up. They go down the line. Shook to the floor to get it, and it falls. Lady Devils back on top. So Kiera Shook back to the service line for her fourth serve in this rotation. Floater down the line towards the new girl, and Anthony tries to get to that one. Couldn't, and now it will be free balled over. Good spot by Winchester, and she finds the floor with it. Nicely done by Katie Winchester to put that one right where there were no Tigers. And Swain benefits and is back on top by 2 in this one. Shook serving again. Floater to the middle, libero to the floor, another ace for Shook. And almost a timeout, and then no. Shook to serve it again. Tigers looking to gain their composure. There's a pass, a set outside. Underneath it, that was going to be out, but Shook played it because she wasn't sure. And so the Tigers have broken serve and will go back on the offensive themselves. Serving now will be Ashley Hoxett as she is off the front row. And the Lady Devils up by 2. We're in the first set, best of 5 coming your way. From the looks of things, we may be here for a while. And that one sails out of bounds on Hoxett. And now the Lady Devils back to 3-point advantage with Ashton Yantz to serve. Yantz to the back row, floats, and that's popped back up in the air and hit by Hoxett over there, but Eagleman's got the pass back outside to Epperson, and that one is short, so the serve will be broken and the Tigers will take it back over here. Skylar Harrison into the Tigers lineup, and serving is Josie Chappell. Chappell's over with it. Shook hits it, and the Lady Devils are able to get it over. Now Chappell sets the middle. That one did not make it over. And the Lady Devils will take the point and go back to serve with Hannah Epperson. Floater by Epperson. That's on the floor and will be an ace for the junior. Back up to 4, biggest lead for the Lady Devils in this one thus far. She will serve it again. Good hard serve to the back row. Nice pass. Chappell with a back set. Over there, miss hit. Epperson's got it. Winchester and Yantz collide, but it worked out for them in the long run. So Epperson back to the service line. Swain up by 5 now. Their biggest lead, the biggest lead of the night for either squad so far. Good hard serve, and it'll be another ace for Epperson. And now Rosman will take that timeout with Swain on top 18-12. And this one, as you can see on your scoreboard, as we said, JV football tonight at Swain County Memorial Stadium. And we'll look for some updates as we get underway with that one here shortly. It is 12-0 Swain in that one right now, early on from Swain County Memorial Stadium. And again, next week we'll be with you on Thursday of next week for the Athletic Hall of Fame induction ceremony. And then, of course, we'll be with you as Swain opens Smoky Mountain Conference play next Friday, hosting the Cherokee Braves. Should be an exciting week for the Maroon Devil Nation. So Epperson will serve it now as Swain is rattled off to a 6-point advantage, their biggest lead in this first set. The Tigers pass over on 2, and now Winchester takes it back over on 2 herself, and the Tigers will free ball it over. So now Yount steps in, hits it to Anthony off the top of the block, and the Tigers look to go outside, and that one's blocked right back at them, and it's in. That's Anthony and Winchester over there with the block. Nicely done by the 2 seniors. So the Tigers' back row attack. Epperson's there. Yount settles in, passes it to Shook. Shook floats it over and finds the floor. So Yount's to Shook on that one, and it's a 8-point advantage now as the Lady Devils have pulled away. And let's see if they can go ahead and finish this first game off. Epperson serve, deep back row, and that one is out. Sails out of bounds on Hannah, and the Lady Tigers will serve it now. And it looks like it will be the libero, number 3, Elizabeth Davies, will serve it. So Davies, a sophomore, will serve for the Tigers. That's deep. Epperson plays it, and now we can't get back to it. So an ace in there for Davies. And the Tigers are back to within 6 here. Now Davies will serve it again. Hard one right at Epperson. Good pass to Yount. Yount sets it outside to Eagleman. She goes cross court, and that one sails just past the out-of-bounds line. So Tigers digging in here behind libero Davies and serving to get back in it. Epperson with the pass. Yount hustles in, and she goes outside to Eagleman. Stand and drive, and the Tigers go back outside on their left side, and that one is deep and out. So the Lady Devils will return Jenna Marr to the lineup, and Caitlin Anthony will now serve it from the back row. Anthony serve up and over short, and that one is going to be an ace for Anthony. Back to 7 is the Lady Devils lead with Anthony to serve it again. Hard serve to the back row is going to be in. Now the Tigers set outside, and they get that one coming downhill. Epperson digs it wonderfully. And now we can't get that pass over on the communication problems over there. And it will be Tiger serve, and it will be Cambry Leidy to serve it. That one's right at Marr, and she goes over with it, and Marr digs that one out after the errant pass, and now Epperson stands and drives it down the line. The Tigers look to attack again. They go back row. It makes it all the way over and down. Found a hole from the back row was Leidy, and the Tigers are back to within 5 here behind her serve. Swain looks to break serve. It'll be Anthony, Epperson, Marr, and Yount to return it. Winchester to set. They go outside to Eagleman, and that one down the line does not go, and Swain will take a timeout here. Down or up by 4.
The Smoky Mountain Conference, one of North Carolina's oldest and most storied athletic conferences, producing champions on and off the playing field for decades. The Smoky Mountain Conference. Tradition lives here.
As we return, it will be Leidy again for the Tigers to serve it to the back row. Epperson, nice pass to Winchester. She sets Marr. Marr's off the block attempt over there by Lakin Buchanan. And that one is down by Ashley Hoxett over there on the outside. The Tigers like to go over to that left to Hoxett, and that time Winchester and Marr could not stop it. And the Tigers continue this comeback run, and they're going to have an ace to go with it, back to 2. Lady Devils need to settle in right here, break serve, and finish off game 1. Serve on its way, knuckleball. Epperson sits with it. Nice pass to Winchester, and that is a nice push right there by Kenzie Eagleman. Much needed to break that momentum by the Tigers. And now Winchester will serve it for the Lady Devils. It's up and over, short serve played by the Tigers. They go outside to Hoxett, but she's off the net. Epperson's got it, pass to Winchester. She goes outside to Eagleman, and she is off the block and down. And the Lady Devils are at set point here in the first. So Winchester to serve it, looking to serve the Lady Devils out, and well placed over there. They go outside to Hoxett, off the block and down the line, and Hoxett with another kill keeps the Tigers alive in this one, and that will return Ashlyn Dotson to the lineup to serve as she checks in for Skylar Harrison. Dotson, as you may recall, tied things up behind her serve earlier in this first set, and now looks to do the same with the Lady Devils clinging to a 3-point advantage. That was going to be out perhaps, and now Yance will play it over deep. Tigers with a chance. Bump set outside to Hoxett. She rips it cross court. Epperson digs it. Perfect pass right to Winchester off of that. Now they go middle, and that is out, and the Lady Devils have taken the first game in this best of 5. We'll be back with a second one in just a moment. And we're set to begin the second game of this. Rosman serves first. The Lady Devils get a kill out of Kinsey Eagleman off the Epperson pass. That was unexpected for everybody in the place, including Kinsey, but a nice way to start the second set. If you're just joining us, Swain took the first one 25-21 and a highly entertaining volleyball setup. Hogs it on the outside off the block. And that is, I don't know what we got. We got a touch. There we go. It went off of the Swain block and out of bounds. So it'll be Rosman serve here to begin with. The ball has traveled away. We're retrieving it. Rosman has a substitution as well, as it will be Dodson into the lineup. Not surprised at all that she is the first server for the Tigers. She was their most successful server, certainly in the first set. Tied at 1, here we are. Epperson, nice pass out of that one. Marr has to get it. And now Yance takes it over deep. There's Winchester gets a piece of that, but not enough. It goes out of bounds, and it will be Tigers serve again. Tigers by 1 in this second set. Dodson up with it, up and over, top spin, and another ace for Ashlyn Dodson. And she goes back to the service line again. And that one comes up just a touch short, and the Lady Devils will have serve here. Will be Kinsey Eagleman at the service line. The Lady Devils look for their first lead here in this second set. Floater to the back row. Nice pass out of that. They go middle to Hogsett. She doesn't get that one over, and we're tied at 3. Eagleman for her second serve in this rotation. And that one was going for the far corner, and would it, had it gotten over, if it got down, it was going to be an ace, but it just skimmed the top of the net. And now it will be the libero to serve it, Davies, with the Tigers up by 1 here in this rotation. Floater to the back row. Epperson with a good pass to Winchester. Winchester to Marr. She stands and drives it. Now the Tigers will look to go outside to Hogsett. She's just over and right to an empty spot on the floor. And just like that, it's back to a 2-point advantage for the Tigers. They will serve it again. Hard to the back row. Epperson with it. Winchester into place, sets it back over to Epperson, and that one is going to find the floor for Hannah off the Katie Winchester pass. And the Lady Devils are back to within 1. Shook enters the game to serve for Jenna Marr. And Lady Devils need 1 point here to tie things up. The pass is to the outside, and no way they can do much with it. And so just like that, the Lady Devils have indeed tied this one up. And Kiara Shook looks to extend the lead just a little bit. And that one is another tough one for the Tigers. They get it over. And now Swain with a chance to attack. They go middle to Anthony. She goes hammer off the block. And Caitlin Anthony gives the Lady Devils their first lead in the second set by 1 point. Quickly off the Tiger bench is Ashley Whitmire, and she's got Cambry Lighty. Shook with the second serve in this rotation of hers, and it will make it over. Well struck by the libero back there for an attack. They go outside to Epperson. She's falling into the stands almost, but gets it over. Now they go outside to Hogsett down the line. Shook's got it. Popped up, but nobody could get to that. Well placed over there by Hogsett. That's Ashley Hogsett for the Tigers. So tied at 6. And Hogsett will serve it now and rotate off of the front row. Floater. Eagleman's got it passed, and that will go to Epperson, who well played by Hogsett to save that. Anthony hammers it back down on him, and now the Lady Devils with a chance to attack it. They go middle, and Anthony gets underneath that one, and it sails out of bounds. Good possession that time for the Tigers, taking one off of the floor and turning it into a point. So they will look to extend to a 2-point lead here in the second set. Shook sits with it. Nice pass. Yance with the set outside to Anthony. She goes down the line, and now the Tigers out of position. Play that off of the block over there by Yance and Anthony, and now have, once again, a 2-point lead. Hogsett gets her direction on the serve. It's a floater to Shook. Yance windmills it over, and now the Tigers take it over, and Winchester steps in to set it to the middle to Anthony. She dinks it. Played, but they can't get to it. Well placed by Caitlin Anthony off the Winchester pass there, and Swain back to within one with Ashton Yance to serve it. Yance with a short floater played by the libero, set to the outside. That's off the block. Yance saves it, and nobody's there to take it. So again, a 2-point lead for the Tigers, and they've got Josie Chappell at the service line now. And she goes straight over to Eagleman with it. Winchester has to play it. Anthony goes up with it, hammers it to the back row. It's going to bounce around up there. Lots of Tigers chasing it, but they can't get it. And that will be a kill for Caitlin Anthony. So 9-8. Swain not letting the Tigers reel out to any kind of lead here, trying to hold things close. And now Hannah Epperson will serve it. It's a floater towards the back row. Pass was a little bit off. They go attack mode anyway, and that's right down the line. Well placed over there by Lakin Buchanan. And the Tigers back to that 2-point advantage. Fourth time it's been at 2, and now Buchanan will serve it. Hard serve right at Anthony. She's got the pass. Yance sets it outside to Eagleman. She goes across soft, and the Tigers save it. Now they go on semi-attack. And Yance goes to the back corner and finds the floor. Anthony now to serve it for the Lady Devils, who are down 1 in the second set of this one here at Swain High School. Smoky Mountain Conference action. Caitlin Anthony with a serve, comes off her hand funny, and will be in the net. So net service gives it back to the Tigers as Swain once again falls behind by 2. Floater, Marr with the pass. Winchester to the middle to Eagleman. She goes back row. The Tigers have got it. They pop it up on the back row for the libero. Nicely played. And now outside to Eagleman. Libero with a good pass for the Tigers. They go to Hogsett outside, and that is down the line and in. And Hogsett making hay on that outside, and she has put the Tigers up by 3, their largest lead of the night. Floater right at Epperson. Passes behind Winchester. She's got it. Swain free balls it over. And now the Tigers can set it. Chappell to Hogsett down the middle. And good. Timeout Swain as they drop behind by 4 here in this second set.
Here we go. First down, Mustangs.
There's
3.5 to
formation
play.
again, and here it comes. Same play.
Yep, here comes
Up
Stevens.
in there with Stevens again.
And
he found his seam.
Found that
ball,
seam.
ball,
Ball is loose.
Get on the
it's still
football.
loose.
We got
it.
We got
it at the
football.
49-yard line.
Yeah.
Coming out with it is going to be, that's number 5, Connor Hyatt.
Yep. Connor is in the game, baby. Connor is showing out tonight.
Wow.
So we're back now and on the attack for both teams. Marr with the kill off the Yance pass has broken the tide just a little bit, and now it'll be Katie Winchester to serve it for the Lady Devils, who trail by 3. Tigers go back set, and no way she could get to that. Tough play on that one as the back set was out of bounds. So Winchester to serve it again. Swain trailing by 2 now. And Katie's serve over and good right towards the net. Chappell pulls it out. They push it over to the hole, and that's saved by Caitlin Anthony, who saves a point right there as the Tigers block it back into the net and double hit it. So Winchester serving now to tie things back up again. And that's an ace for Winchester. She finds the floor over there, and we are tied at 13. Nice short serve by Katie Winchester to tie things up here. She goes to the middle this time. The Tigers have to set from the back row, but they set Hogsett. Eagleman defends herself and keeps it alive, and now the miscommunication leaves it on the floor and puts the Tigers back on top here in this one, 14-13. And into the lineup will be Ashlyn Dotson. She started this show with the first serve of the match, or this set rather, and now she will look to put the Tigers back on top. Good hard serve. Epperson's got it. Winchester moves into position. Sets Marr. She tries to place it to the soft middle, and now they go outside to Hogsett. Winchester's waiting on the dink, has it. They go cross court to Eagleman. She finds a hole right down the middle to tie it back up at 14. Nice pass there from Yance, and Eagleman able to find the floor, has us knotted at 14. 7th tie of this set. That's how close this one has been. So Eagleman now to serve it, looking to put the Lady Devils on top for the first time since 1-0. That one's going to be tight. Let's see who wins the battle. Dunked up there by Josie Chappell, and the Tigers will maintain a lead as the Swain could not get over the top, and it will be the libero, Davies, to serve it for the Tigers. Good hard serve. Epperson's got it. Eagleman saves it. And now somebody's got to hit it over, and it's going to be Epperson to do that. And the Tigers look to set outside, and Hogsett ripped that one, but it's deep and out of bounds. So Swain ties it back up at 15. And Kiera Shook back into the game to serve it for the Lady Devils. Floater to the back row. That's close. Anthony pushes it over, and we got a net violation on Anthony. I'm not sure about that one myself. Looked like she was over the net, but that's going to be the call nonetheless. So it will put the Tigers back on top by 1, deny the Lady Devils of a lead, and Hogsett will serve it. Shook with the pass. Yance pops it up in the air for Epperson. She dinks it over, and now the Tigers will look to go outside. And that one somehow crawled over the line for Cambry Lighty. Not sure how it did it, but it was right in front of you, so you saw what I saw. And the Tigers are back up by 2 here in this one. Hogsett to serve it again. Good hard serve right at Shook. Pass to Yance. They go outside to Anthony. Anthony is blocked over there, and Shook digs that block up. They back set Eagleman. She goes over and deep with it. Good volley going on here. They back set again. Cross court to Winchester. Yance hustles in, sets Epperson. She goes down the line with it. Picked up over there by Dotson. They pop it up to the outside off the tip block. Shook digs it off the floor. Epperson punches again. And the Tigers and Devils are scrambling all over the court now. Shook scrambles to get that one on the back row. Another back set to Eagleman. Another set over there. They go outside to Lighty, and that's dink to the middle. Rosman plays that. Longest volley of the night. That one didn't make it over, and the Lady Devils win that skirmish. Longest rally of the night. Some well-played volleyball there by both squads. And now Ashton Yance will go to the service line for the Lady Devils, looking to tie things up again at 17. Good hard serve to the middle. That's a tough pass. Dotson is able to get there going into the stands. Barely over. Winchester plays it. Yance to set it. Middle to Anthony. Dink didn't make it over. And back to a 2-point edge for the Tigers. It will be Josie Chappell to the service line for the Tigers. The Lady Devils trailing by 2. Second set, they won the first 25-21. Good hard serve. Eagleman with a pass. Yance busts in to get it. And now Winchester hits it over to the back row. Chappell dinks to the middle. Winchester and Yance both on the floor. They save it, pushed over by Shook. And now pop back up to the back row. Hogsett goes over short, but that's pulled by Yance to the outside to Epperson. She goes down the line and doesn't find the floor, though, and the Tigers attack again right at Shook. Good pass. Yance to the middle to Anthony. Anthony winds up. Another good volley on the way right here. To the back row. Shook saves it again off the rafter. Oh, tough break for Kiera. Well played right there by the Lady Devils. Tough break, and now they trail by 3. And it will be Chappell to serve it. Lady Devils trailing by 3 in this one. Deep to Eagleman. Good pass. Yance takes it over hard on 2. Tried to catch the Tigers asleep and almost got it. That's Hogsett going along with that one. So the Lady Devils have stood tall here in the service receive and now turn it over to Hannah Epperson to do the job as they are down by 2. Hard serve by Epperson to the back row. Chappell sets it, back set to the outside, off the block and down on the floor for the Tigers. Timeout, Lady Devils, as they trail it by 3.
I'm Taylor Holt with the Maroon Devils Network. Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe. And if you enjoy our videos, please hit the notification bell down below so you can get a notification every time that we upload a video.
And so following the Swain timeout, they are out of timeouts now. Tigers with a 3-point lead in this one in the second set here. Swain took the first, and now they will serve it again. Anthony, and that one's close. Blocked over there by Yance on a solo job. Good job by Ashton. Shook with a great pass to Yance outside to Eagleman. She goes cross court and down. Kenzie Eagleman breaks the tide for the Lady Devils off the Ashton Yance assist. And now Caitlin Anthony will go to the service line. And the Lady Devils need 2 to tie this, but be great to see us surge ahead here in this second set. We got a substitution for the Tigers. They're waiting to get that entered into the situation, and we're going to have to discuss it, I believe, based upon the officials going to the table. Score is 20-18 in favor of the Tigers. We do have a near final with just seconds remaining from Swain County Memorial Stadium. The Maroon Devil JV team is up 27-0 over the visiting Tigers JV team. So the Maroon Devils look like they're going to get a W here tonight and their first home game of this season. 27-0. Once again, we'll be with you again 1 week from tonight with a Hall of Fame induction ceremony live from the Performing Arts Center here on the campus of Swain County High School. So stay tuned for that next week. And then Maroon Devil football will return next Friday as they will host Cherokee in the home conference opener for the Maroon Devils. So the officials are now discussing what's going on, and looks like we will check that. Looks like we will have an explanation. So anyway, there you go. I don't know what just happened. I think they tried to insert Ashley Whitmire into the match. And she had already been in for someone else, so yellow card awarded. Not sure really what that means, but nonetheless, here we go. Anthony to serve while we're back in action. Chappell sets it outside to Hogsett, blocked over there by Marr and Winchester. They dump it over. Winchester's got it. Yance will play it to the middle to Marr. She jumps, takes it off the block, and it's over. So now Eagleman with the pass. Yance to the outside, no, to Marr. She's down to her knees to get it. And Yance goes to the back corner, picked up over there, a front set. And that goes down the line and sails out of bounds. Point Lady Devils, and we're to within one now. Caitlin Anthony serving it. Good cut shot over. The Tigers have got it. They back set to that outside again. That's been a best friend of the Lady Devils at times. Eagleman goes back to the middle with it, and they go outside to the left. Cross. Yance has got it. Picks it up out there to Eagleman. She goes to the middle. And now the Tigers look to go back row to Hogsett. She hits it. Epperson's got it, though. And there's a miss hit that falls right on the floor and puts the Tigers in good shape. Back up by 2. Cambry Leidy will now serve it for the Tigers. Floater. Marr with the pass. Winchester steps in outside to Eagleman. Cross court. Picked up out there. They're going to Hogsett, and why not? She's been red hot. Anthony stands, drives that one. Marr on the move, and she's got it down. Jenna Marr with a kill off the Winchester pass. I believe it was Winchester. And we're back to 1. It will be Winchester to serve it, though. That much is for certain. Katie with a serve to the back row. Tigers scrambling, set to the back row. Off of that, Marr blocks it. Back up top, they're going to set it to the middle. Shot over there. Anthony's got it. We got a under the net violation. Looked like a little bit of a late call, but nonetheless, Tigers back up to a 2-point lead, and here comes Dotson to serve it. Anthony with the pass to Winchester. She goes middle to Marr. And Jenna adjusting in midair, able to put that one over to her right-hand side of the court, which was open at the time, and down, and swing back to within 1 with Kenzie Eagleman to serve it. Good hard one down the line. Tough pass. She pops it back up. Chappell goes over with it. Eagleman's got it. Winchester sets it, and that will be Marr over. Tigers look to attack. They free it over on 2. Winchester finds the floor with the same move and ties it up here at 22. Eagleman to serve, the Lady Devils in front. It will be the first time since 1-0 that Swain has led if she can do it. To the outside, Chappell to the back row. Winchester pops it up to Epperson. She takes it over. They dive for it. It's out of bounds, and Swain takes the lead off the Hannah Epperson soft kill, and Eagleman will serve it. Rosman, Tiger, timeout.
Swain will have a throw in. Their offensive third. Shot taken. That's going to be a goal.
As we return, Kenzie Eagleman to serve it for the Lady Devils. Their first lead since 1-0, and they look to extend that to a 2-point lead. Tough set right to the middle. Nobody home, and the Tigers tie it back up for the 9th time in this set. to serve it. Davies, jump serve. Epperson, good pass, right on target to Winchester to Marr. And Davies sits and takes that. Now they go back set again, and that back set has not paid dividends for the Tigers at all tonight. And Swain is at set point with Kira Shook to serve it. You must win by 2 in volleyball. So this point critical for the Lady Devils. And we're going to extend to the back row. Good set, back set again. Hogs it off of it. She's got it down, and we're tied at 24. Again, tied, I should say it. So Hogsett will serve now, looking to put the Tigers in front. They have led most of the way. Swain has had 2 leads at 1-0 and then at 24-23. Yance takes that one over. Swain gets a hit. Now Winchester's close and finds the back corner. Well-placed ball by Katie Winchester has Swain 1 point away from victory here in this second set. Ashton Yance to serve it. Tigers look to break serve. Floater over. It's going to be in the net. Pulled out. And it's game to the Lady Devils. 26-24. We'll be back with a third set.
Hi, I'm Tricia Chapman, the director here at Bright Adventures Pre-K. We want to talk to you for a moment about keeping your children safe here in the parking lot. When you're dropping off and picking up your child here at Pre-K, we want you to park along the right-hand side of the hill here with our visitor parking signs. You're going to get out of your vehicle, walk your child into their classroom, sign them in, and then come back to your vehicle. From there, we want you to go all the way down to the bottom gravel lot where you'll turn around and then come back up and exit the parking lot at the top. Behind me, you'll see the gravel lot where we want you to turn around before leaving the parking lot. Please do not turn around in the main parking lot, but come all the way down here, make your turn, and then come back out and exit through the top. This is also the lot where the buses turn around, so make sure you're watching out for them and driving slowly and carefully. This procedure applies to both morning and afternoons. Also, please remember that by state law, if the school bus is stopped and the arm is out, we need all vehicles to stop. This makes sure that we don't have little kids moving when there are also vehicles moving. We thank you for trusting us with your children, and we're enjoying learning with them and about them this year.
I'm Taylor Holt with the Maroon Devils Network. Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe. And if you enjoy our videos, please hit the notification bell down below so you can get a notification every time that we upload a video.
So, 2 exciting sets in the books, and the Lady Devils are on top 2-0 over the Tigers. And the first 2 have been dandies, folks. 25-21, 26-24. Lady Devils taking that last set despite the final point, giving them their largest lead of that set. So unbelievable play, and the Tigers are not dead yet. It's 2-0, but a victory here, and we go to 4. You never know. So Lady Devils look to put this one away here. And we are underway. Third set action coming to you from Swain County High School tonight here on the Maroon Devils Network. Thanks for joining us. So the Tigers with the pass. They go outside with a set. That's hit right at Epperson. She can't make the play on it. And the Tigers are on the board first. So to serve it will be Leidy. Floater to the middle. Epperson's got that. Winchester runs into position outside to Eagleman. Eagleman to the back row. Played by Davies over there. They go outside to Hogsett. She goes down the line. Anthony with a dive. Yance takes it over, and now the Tigers are scrambling. Hogsett again, and that one's off the touch, and it'll go down. So the Tigers off to a good start for them as they are up 2 right away. Their biggest lead in that last set was 4. And they led by 2 on 5 different occasions throughout that set. Floater to the back row. Epperson with a pass to Winchester. She goes outside to Marr. Jenna's got that up. Will it get down? Popped up in the air again. Yes, they get it over. And now Yance hustles in, pops it up in the air for Eagleman. Eagleman goes to the back row. Tigers dig that out. Hogsett has to stand and drive that one. Can't do it. And it will be point to the Lady Devils. And Katie Winchester will take over at the service line with Swain trailing by 1. Good hard serve cross court. Tigers have got it over there. They go outside to Hogsett. She goes right down the middle of the court for a kill. And Dodson will check into the lineup to serve for the Tigers. Floater. Epperson with the pass. Winchester sets it outside. Yance stands and drives it to the back row. Tigers go at it again outside to Hogsett. She hits it off of that pole, and it did hit the pole, so that will be a point for Swain. And Kenzie Eagleman will rotate to the service position now. Eagleman to serve it, looking to tie this one up at 3. Good hard serve to the back row, and she's got an ace to do just that. So Swain ties it up for the second time here at 3, and Eagleman will look to serve again. And we've seen her go on a roll with aces in a row once she gets started, and I believe she's got 2 in a row to go here. And the Lady Devils are up for the first time in this third set. Quick substitution, and Eagleman will serve it again. Two aces in a row for the senior. Steps in with a good hard one top of the net. It's played, and that one's out. They may have scared poor Hannah to death on that one, as everybody on the bench yelled to her that it was out. So Swain with their largest lead of the third set at 2 behind Kenzie Eagleman. She goes down that line. Ace again for Eagleman. And timeout early here by the Tigers. Kenzie Eagleman set to serve it. She served 3 or 4 in a row now, ace-wise, and looks for another one. That's a close one. It's going to be popped up, and now Hogsett will drive it. Eagleman has to dive for it, and that's going to be Point to the Tigers. Well-placed ball there by Hogsett. And the Tigers have broken the run by the Lady Devils. And will send their libero, Elizabeth Davies, back to the service line. That one is over and deep. Eagleman pops it up. Now Winchester does the same, and Epperson tries as she's floating backwards to get that one up and can't do it. So Davies to serve it again. And that one floats. Epperson gets it over. And now popped up by the Tigers. Past that, Winchester's got it, and we're tied again at 6. Just being passed a note, I think that JV football game must not be over yet. It's 36-0 with 4 minutes left in the third maybe. So now the Lady Devils look to attack. Marr pops it right over the block. Tough placement, and Jenna gets it down. And the Lady Devils are back up by 1 here in this one. Marr out, Shook in. Remember, Jenna Marr coming off of a knee injury that kept her out of the Lady Devils' last 3 contests. All losses for Swain. Now Shook will serve it as she checks in for Marr, and that's off of the set, and they get it over. Shook's got it to Winchester for the set, middle to Anthony, and she goes right to that corner and smashes that ball right into the defender. So point for the Lady Devils as they go back up 2 in this one, and Shook will serve it again. Floater just over the net. Tigers go outside. That one pops, and it just hits the net. Great effort by Shook over there, but a good placed ball by Lakin Buchanan for the Tigers has them cut the lead back to 1. Now it will be a Hogsett. Oh, we got a substitution at the net. Now they've got it. And into the game comes number 2, Cambry Lighty, and now serving will be number 12, Ashley Hogsett, a junior outside hitter. She serves it for the Tigers, and that's off the net, and an ace for Hogsett, and we're tied up again here at 8. Here come the Tigers. Hogsett looking at her second serve. Yance in the air to Anthony, and she goes cross court with that one. Good, well-hit ball. Epperson sits and gets it. Back set to Shook. Sets herself, pops it over. Now here come the Tigers. Chance to go outside, and that's off the block. Epperson's got it. Pushed to the back row by Winchester, and now Tigers get an attack out of it. Eagleman saves it, but can't hit it again, and the Tigers go back up by 1. Hogsett to serve it again. 4th straight for the junior. Floater right at Shook. Ace. 2-point advantage for the Tigers. Matches their largest here in the third set. Tigers to go again now that the ball has been retrieved. Floater. Shook to Yance with the pass to the middle to Epperson. She dinks it, but Chapel is there. And now the Maroon Devils go outside to Epperson. She goes back cross court. Hoggs has got it. Chapel sets it outside. Shook with it. Winchester hustles to get it. Now can Eagleman get it? Yes, she can. And that one's going to be a point for the Lady Devils, who earned that one off sheer hustle by Eagleman over there and Winchester to save that one. Now Yance will serve it, looking to tie this back up again at 10. Floater to the back row. Now Rosman to attack to the middle. Eagleman pops it in the air. Yance sets it to Epperson. She goes down the line, but the Tigers are there. They go back row, and that's hit well. And some confusion at the net, but the Lady Devils get it over. Here they come again, set to the middle. It's off of the block by Anthony, but the Lady Devils can't pick it up. So a kill in there by Buchanan gives the Tigers a 2-point lead back. So now this will be Josie Chappell to serve it. She goes down the line. Winchester's pass is close, hit over there by the Tigers. Now the Lady Devils set it to Anthony, and Caitlin Anthony hammers one that finds the floor, and Swain back to within one. Epperson to serve. Floater to the back row. Tigers look to attack to the outside. It is hit over there and deep by Skylar Harrison, and the Lady Devils have tied it now at 11. Fifth tie of this set. Floater to the back row, played by the Tigers. Now they back set again. Epperson's got that. Yant steps in and sets it outside to Eagleman. She goes cross court for the kill, and the Lady Devils are back on top. It will be Epperson to serve it again for the Lady Devils. High floater to the back row, quick set to the back off of that right side, and it finds the floor, and we're tied again at 12. So Lakin Buchanan will serve it for the Tigers. And there's an ace for Buchanan, and the Tigers with the lead back. Epperson to Yance. Popped up to Eagleman. She goes back across the line. Now another back set. Yance is in position. Winchester over right at Chappell. And now the Tigers have to scramble for a set. It's blocked. Yance punches it. Now Eagleman's over with it. The Tigers hustle into position. Shook's got that one. Yance will set it to the middle to Anthony, who's up and down with it. Tigers scrambling. They've got it. And it's over and picked up by Epperson. And Winchester doesn't get it over. So back to a 2-point advantage for the Tigers. Buchanan to serve. She is a sophomore. Epperson with the pass, and then Shook helps it out. Anthony takes it over, and the Tigers' reaction to smack it over. And now Anthony plays it over, and we've got another long volley. That one did not make it over. So back to a 1-point advantage for the Tigers, and Marr returns to the lineup. Anthony will serve it. Floater to the back row. Nice pass. The Tigers go outside, and that one sails off of outside hitter, and we do not have a name for that young lady. Sorry, we're tied at 14 again, though, and it will be Caitlin Anthony to serve it. Anthony, good hard serve, tips the top of the net. Libero's got it. Now Hoxett will stand and drive it over. Epperson's got that. Yance to the middle. Marr just misses that back corner out, and the Tigers go back on top. Winchester could not get to that pass from Epperson, so back to a 2-point advantage for the Tigers. It's the most they've led by in this set. Epperson with the pass. Winchester's got it. She pops it outside to Eagleman. She goes across court, and that hits the rafters, so we got a free ball opportunity, chance to attack. The pass to Yance. She goes middle to Marr. Marr goes up and down, and Jenna's got a kill. And it will be Winchester to serve it now for the Lady Devils, looking to tie it up again. Swain up 2-0 in this one, but it's been some entertaining volleyball from the get-go. 25-21, 26-24 your scores, and this one is tight as well. Hogs it on the outside off the block. Anthony's got it. Winchester outside to Eagleman, and Eagleman cannot get that one down, and it's back to a 2-point advantage for the Tigers. This will be the first, I believe, service attempt for Skylar Harrison. And Winchester's got the pass. Yance with it, got underneath it a little bit. It sailed, the biggest lead for the Tigers since midway through the second set at 3. Hard one, Epperson with it to Yance, or check that, Winchester. Marr pushes it over, and now they do the same. Winchester with the pass, right back to Marr. She's up, blocked, punched by Marr, taken over by Winchester. Finds the floor, point Lady Devils. So now it will be Eagleman to serve, Swain trailing by 2. Looking to dig out of this hole. Floater, shanked off with the arm, and an ace for Eagleman brings the Lady Devils back to within 1. So Kinsey back to the service line again, looking to tie this one up. Floater cross court. Good pass, good set. Hogs it, rips it, dug by Eagleman, but it hits the rafter. Tough break for Kinsey as she set and took that one, but it just grazed the rafter, came straight back down, so 2-point advantage again for the Tigers. Short serve, and that'll be an ace. So we're up to a 3-point advantage again for the Tigers. And that'll be a timeout for Swain. Okay, now we got our wires straight. Timeout, Swain.
The Maroon Devils Network. Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe. And if you enjoy our videos, please hit the notification bell down below so you can get a notification every time that we upload a video.
Tigers to serve following the Swain timeout. Epperson's got it. Eagleman will help it. And Marr will push it over deep. And the Tigers look to attack here, leading by 3. Outside to Hogs it, blocked, but it'll go out of bounds. And point to the Tigers' largest lead since the second set for the Tigers at 4 here. Swain needs to break serve. Floater, Eagleman's got that. Winchester into position. It goes over, and now the Tigers to attack. Picked up out there by Eagleman, pushed over by Winchester. Picked up out there by the Tigers. They go back row set to the libero. Marr with a partial block, and now they give her a chance back, and she could not get her timing down on that one. And so suddenly it is a 5-point advantage for the Tigers here in the third set as they look to win their first in this match. And that's another Swain timeout. We'll stay right here through this one and let you know that we get an update on JV football score. Do we get an update on the JV football score? Same score we had before, which was 36-0 in favor of the Maroon Devils. So until we hear more from you, that's what we got. And that was in the third quarter, so I'm sure they're much further along now than they were at that point in time. Here it is 2-0 in favor of the Lady Devils, who took set 1 25-21, set 2 26-24, and now they trail it in set 3 22-17. to the Tigers. Both teams 2-3 in Smoky Mountain Conference play and looking to get back on the winning track. Epperson punches that one over. Did she find a spot? She did. And that was well placed by Hannah Epperson off the Winchester pass, and now Shook will enter the game from Marr and serve it for the Lady Devils. Soft to the middle. Chappell takes it over. Now Winchester sets outside to Epperson. She punches back row, and the Tigers will go outside to Hogsett. She's up on that one and puts it out of bounds, and Swain back to within 3. Shook to serve it again. Hogsett has been money all night for the Tigers, and that one sailed just a little bit on her, and it's enough to cause concern for the Tiger coaching staff, and they take a timeout. So we'll set the stages for you here. Swain leads this one 2-0. Tigers battling to win the first one here on this one. And now it is 36-6 in the fourth quarter with 6 minutes remaining in favor of the Maroon Devils at Swain County Memorial Stadium. And here we will be back with you on the Maroon Devils Network next Thursday for the Hall of Fame induction ceremonies. So tune in for that one at 7 o'clock for live action of our induction ceremonies. And then the Maroon Devils will host Cherokee on Friday night. We'll be there for that one as well here on the Maroon Devils Network. Kiara Shook's serve is up and over. The Tigers look to attack. They go back set to Hogsett, and she finds the line back there, well placed and well drawn up by the Tiger coaching staff on that one as they ducked Hogsett in on this right side, and she found the hole. Now she will serve it with the Tigers a 4-point lead, looking to serve this one out. Back row floater, and it sails out of bounds on her, so it's back to a 3-point lead. And it will be Ashton Yantz who will rotate to the service line now for the Lady Devils. Tied action throughout this one. No team has, in the last 2 sets, has led by more than 5. And on the average, lead by 2. Good pass by Hogsett. They go middle to Buchanan. That one's punched over by Eagleman and Winchester. Well played. They go over on 2, but that's an easy pickup for the Maroon Devils. And Anthony could not get control of her body to get that one in play. And that takes us to set point for the Tigers. It will be Chappell to serve it. And Swain needs to break serve and go on a little bit of a roll here. Good hard serve. Eagleman to Yantz. Yantz outside to Anthony. Off of the block. Tigers keep it. Eagleman digs it off the floor. Back outside to Epperson. Punches to the middle. And now the Tigers go at it again. They go middle to Buchanan. She's to the back row. Yantz goes deep with it, but the libero's sitting there. Now Chappell to the outside. That's hit. Shook digs it, and it falls. So set to the Tigers in the third set. We'll go to set number 4 right after this.
The Center for Disease Control sent out an alert this week. It stated that 215 students in 26 different states have come down with severe pulmonary diseases because of their use of e-cigarettes. They come in all shapes and sizes. They might look like a lighter. They might look like a pen. Or they might look like a flash drive. It just depends. Here's the concern. We really don't know how much damage e-cigarettes can do, but we do know they contain nicotine very often. And nicotine and the adolescent brain don't go together very well. So please, help me watch, and let's ask our youth, what are you smoking, and do you know what it'll do to you? Let's cut down the use of e-cigarettes, just like we have the use of cigarettes, tobacco cigarettes, in the past 20 years. Thank you very much. Thank you for helping me take care of the youth of Swain County, and God bless you.
Smoky Mountain Conference, one of North Carolina's oldest and most storied athletic conferences, producing champions on and off the playing field for decades. The Smoky Mountain Conference. Tradition lives here.
I'm Taylor Holt with the Maroon Devils Network. Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe. And if you enjoy our videos, please hit the notification bell down below so you can get a notification every time that we upload a video.
So, here we are, folks, in frigid Swain High School gym, at least for those of us up in the Crow's Nest. And we are on to set number 4 here in Smoky Mountain Conference volleyball action tonight. Swain leads it 2-1. Thanks for joining us tonight. Epperson, great dive right there. We have seen some excellent volleyball from both squads here tonight. Wraparound play has not worked so far. Swain and Rosman in another lengthy volley. That one's picked up right there. Let's see, they go back outside to Eagleman. She goes cross court, finds the floor. Swain on the board first in set number 4. And the Tigers receive it. Now the wraparound play again. Winchester's there. Yance to set it to Marr, and Marr goes cross court. And they can't dig that one out. So Lady Devils off to a roaring start here in this one as they jump out by 2. Katie Winchester to serve it again. Floater to the back row. Tigers look to set. No, they push it over on 2. Now Winchester to the middle to Marr in the set. She finds the hole and it hits the floor. Kinsey knew it after it hit. She's mad at herself. But she thought it was going to be out of bounds, and it just wasn't. So now the Tigers will serve it, trailing by 1 to the back row. Epperson with it. Yance sets it, middle to Marr. She pushes right at the setter. So the libero comes in, hogs it on the outside, off of the block, and it's back to tied at 2. Do or die for the Rosman Tigers now as they trail it 2-1 in Smoky Mountain Conference action. Back row serve right at Anthony. Good pass to Winchester. Sets Marr in the middle. Jenna, whose timing is still off just a little bit, has that one sail into the net on her. And the Tigers with their first lead of the night. There's a floater. Anthony with it. Now Winchester goes outside to Yance. She punches it. It's out off of. And now the Lady Devils fall down by 2. With the Tigers serve. To the back row. Epperson's going to pass it close. That one's over by Winchester. Well placed as it skimmed the top of the net and landed on the other side to give the Lady Devils the point, cut the lead to 1, and now it will be Eagleman to the service line for the Lady Devils. Top spin shot from Kinsey, dug out of there, punched by Marr. And now they go back outside. Hogs it, digs it again. Eagleman digs that again. Winchester pushes it deep again, and now here they come a third time. Blocked, and that one's in Marr and Yance on the block that time of Hogsett. Third time was the charm, but for the Lady Devils. Well played on the back row by Eagleman, and the Lady Devils withstood the charge. Now she serves it again, looking to put the Lady Devils back on top. Back row set. It is way out, and Swain back on top again by 1. So it'll be the senior, Kinsey Eagleman, to serve it. Floater to the back row, hit, and an ace by Eagleman. Substitution by the Tigers, trying to stem the tide here without a timeout. Eagleman has put Swain back up by 2 at their largest lead in this early goings of set number 4. Kinsey with a top spin this time, and now they go to the libero, and she does not get it over. So a 3-point advantage for the Lady Devils. That's actually the largest lead they've held since the first set, believe it or not. We have a final from JV football. It's 36-6. Maroon Devils on top. The good guys take that one, and the good girls are trying to take advantage here and take this one. Winchester to Marr in the middle, and Marr still with a little bit of timing issues. Her first game back from injury, and that one sailed a little bit on her. So the Tigers break serve and now look to dig into this 2-point advantage of the Lady Devils. Right at Epperson, she's got it to Winchester, and Eagleman from the back row doesn't make it over, and the Devils now lead by 1. Floater to Epperson, that's close. Winchester takes it off the block and gets it to go. So back to a 2-point advantage for the Lady Devils, and Shook will now serve for Swain. That one floats to the back row. Chappell sets it back to Hogsett. She goes cross court. Winchester could not get there in time, and it's a point for the Tigers, who are back to within 1. Hogsett to the back row to serve now, and in comes Lottie for the Tigers on the front row. Spinner, and it will be back to tied at 8. Serve, hard one. Eagleman's got it. Yance takes it over. Chappell goes with it, back to Shook, and now Winchester in position to set it. Anthony takes a rip at it, and it is out. So Tigers back in front for the third time in this fourth set. Hogsett still serving. Floater to the middle. Eagleman's got that one over, and Yance picks up the scraps after the hit. Now Anthony back sets it over, and Chappell will set it outside, and that goes down the line. Shook digs it wonderfully, and Winchester finds the soft middle again, and she's got a point for the Lady Devils. We're tied at 9. Ashton Yance to the service line. If you're just joining us, this is how all 3 of these games have been. Back and forth, and no team leading by more than 2 or 3 at any juncture. Buchanan on that one. Yance has got it. Who will get there? Winchester picks it out of the net, and Epperson takes it over. Now Buchanan right at Eagleman, and back over again, this time by Epperson, and it's going to fall as the Rosman Tigers run into each other on that one and could not get there, and it will be Yance to serve it again. Lady Devils by 1. It's a knuckleball serve by Ashton, and now the Tigers look to attack. Right at Eagleman. Yance with the set to the middle to Anthony. She's off the block, and Caitlin Anthony with the point. Yance will serve it again. Swain up by 2. They've led by as many as 3 in this one. There's a short one picked up by the libero. Set cross court. Yance has got it. Winchester over on 2. And now here come the Tigers. Back outside, blocked, right back at her. And it'll fly to the outside, taking over soft. Now Shook steps into the pass. Yance has got a set to Anthony. She gets underneath it, doesn't get all she can on it. And now the Tigers do not get that one over. And Swain out to a 3-point advantage here in the third set. Timeout, Tigers.
The Smoky Mountain Conference, one of North Carolina's oldest and most storied athletic conferences, producing champions on and off the playing field for decades. The Smoky Mountain Conference. Tradition lives here.
Swain leads by 3. Ashton Yance to serve it in this fourth set. Yance over deep and it sails out of bounds on her. So now back to 2 for the Tigers, and they will turn it over to Josie Chappell, a sophomore, to serve them back into this. That one's off. Yance has got it, pops it up for Shook. Shook drives it across. Now Chappell to set it. She back sets it, and that one floats down the line. Shook will bail Eagleman out, and Epperson goes across down the line. That's off the block by Anthony, and the Tigers back to within 1 here in this fourth set. Swain leads it 2-1. So all important for the Tigers right here. And Chappell to serve again. Down the line, Eagleman with it. It's going to be out of bounds, and we are tied again at 12. It's the 5th time in this game. And Yance has got that, pops it up. Winchester tries to take it over and can't, so back on top go the Tigers for the 4th time in this one. They take the lead. Chappell still serving. Hard serve at Eagleman. She's got it. Yance in the middle to Anthony. She hits it. Picked up by the Tigers. Popped up by the Tigers. Now over by the Tigers and a point. And now they have their biggest lead here in the 4th game. Josie Chappell back to the service line. Winchester, Eagleman saves that. Now Anthony over. Chappell will back set it. Hit right at Shook. She's got it. Yance hustles in, gets it. Epperson with it. Barely takes it over. Back set. They go outside now, and that one doesn't make it. So the Lady Devils have broken service now and will go back to the service line themselves with Hannah Epperson. Swain trails it by 1 here. Looking to tie and retake the lead. Epperson's serve is to the middle and played. Chappell back sets it. Cross court, out of bounds. Tied at 14. 28th time in this match that the two teams have been tied. Epperson with it again. That's floated down the line, and that is just out. So very close. So Tigers back on top. They will turn it over to Lakin Buchanan back there to serve it. And Buchanan stands and rips it to the middle, and Epperson passes nicely to Yance. They go outside to Eagleman. She dumps it right over the blockers for a kill. Yance to Eagleman works, and now Marr back into this game as we're tied at 15, and Caitlin Anthony goes to the service line for the Lady Devils. Floater to the back row. Played. Chappell hustles in for the set. Hogsett tries to punch it to the middle. Nobody there. And she finds the floor to break the serve and put the Tigers back on top by 1. Now it will be Ashley Whitmire. No, check that. Cambry Leidy to the service line. And that one stood and hit. Served in. That's outside to Eagleman. She goes across with it. Punched. Now they'll have to take it over. And they can't get it there. We're back to tied at 16. This will be Katie Winchester now for the Lady Devils. Deep and just off that back line. And the Tigers back on top by 1. It will now be Skylar Harrison, a senior for these Tigers, to serve it. Harrison's serve is up and over. Anthony plays it. Winchester dumps it right to the back row, and now Tigers stand and drive it, and that's going to sail out of bounds. Tied again at 17. We've been tied at 12, at 14, at 15, at 16, and at 17 now as we walk our way to 25. Kenzie Eagleman to serve it for the Devils. To the back row, Campbell now has options to her outside, and that is out. And the Devils back on top by 1. Eagleman to serve it. Floater to the back row, and that one is out. Tied again. Libero Elizabeth Davies will serve it now for Rosman. Floater to Eagleman. She's got it. Winchester sets it to Yaunce. She goes to the back row, and now they reverse to Chappell to the middle to Buchanan. Winchester saves that. Yaunce punches it over, and now the Tigers look to go outside to Hogsett. She dinks it, but Winchester is there, and she sets, Yaunce rather, sets Marr, and that is out by Hogsett. Just missed over there for the Tigers' big hitter, and now Shook in for Marr to serve it. That one's over. Tigers the chance to attack. They go to the outside to Buchanan. She hits it. That one's poked up, and could not get it over. Great effort by Eagleman and Winchester there to get that one, and they could not. So we're tied again at 19. Tigers to serve it. It will be Ashley Hogsett to serve it for Rosman. And that's an ace for Hogsett, and the Tigers retake the lead at 20-19. Rosman set to serve again. Eagleman's got it. Yaunce sets middle to Epperson. Epperson punches to the middle. Dug out of there by Davies, and now the Tigers get it over. Epperson digs that one out. Winchester has to take it over. And Buchanan with a hit right to the soft middle again. Tigers up by 2. A timeout, Lady Devils.
Eli Hutchins, a junior for the Jets, wearing their dark blue with white. Oh, the punt is going to be blocked over there, picking it up and blocking it. Charlie Lambert, the guy on the scene. Lambert came in and blocked it.
Charlie Lambert, a great
huge
job
play
right there, a huge play. And we are back here, folks. 2-point advantage, largest of set 4 for the Tigers, and they are serving, looking to close out this 4th set and tie this at 2. Anthony with it. Yaunce takes it over, and the Tigers scramble a little bit, but then get it back out there, and again, right to that same spot in the middle And now the Tigers with their biggest lead here in the fourth set at 3 behind Ashley Hoxett's serve. Hoxett to serve again. It's a cut shot that's dug out of there by Shook and now passed over by Shook. Tigers to attack. They go middle, and that is way out of bounds. And back to 2 for the Lady Devils, with Yance moving to the service line now. A floater. That's close. Chappell takes it over. Epperson tries to save it and cannot. And so the Tigers inch closer. And they're back up by 3 here now, and Chappell will serve it. Good pass. Set to the middle to Anthony. Busted up. She went all under that line, folks. She went all under the line. No call. Set point. Hard serve. Eagleman with it. Anthony takes it over on 2, and the Tigers look to attack now. They do so. Eagleman saves it. Winchester pops it up. Anthony with it to the back row. Tigers a chance to attack now. Buchanan in the middle, just barely over. Winchester to the floor to save it. Now Anthony just leaves it right over the net. Tigers to the back row, and that one's out. Lady Devils point and have broken serve. Now Hannah Epperson has to serve this one out. If the Tigers can break it, they take set number 4. Cutter to the middle. Chappell back sets it, and that sails way out of bounds. Personally, I wouldn't care to see the Tigers continue to back set. Nothing much good has happened. And we're going to get a timeout here if the down official hears it in time. And we do get it. 24-22, your score.
I'm Taylor Holt with the Maroon Devils Network. Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe. And if you enjoy our videos, please hit the notification bell down below so you can get a notification every time that we upload a video.
So we're back here in the fourth set. Brass tacks at it. Epperson with a serve. It's a short one. Hogsett's got it close. They punch it way back to Hogsett. Blocked over there, but out of bounds, and it will be point to the Tigers. So we're going to game number 5, folks. 25-22 in this one. Set 5 will come up after this.
the Smoky Mountain Conference, one of North Carolina's oldest and most storied athletic conferences, producing champions on and off the playing field for decades. The Smoky Mountain Conference. Tradition lives here.
Wow, we are back, fans, and we have had some kind of night here at Swain High School. Rosman in town. Rosman and Swain headed to game number 5, set number 5, to decide it all. First to 15 wins. This is a sprint. Team that gets off to the best start and can build a lead, they usually take control. And there's point number 1 for the Tigers, who have not been in control per se. This is a seesaw back and forth. And now the Tigers will serve it, leading 1. Shook with the pass. Winchester pops it up. Marr will have to free it over. And now the Tigers look to attack. They go back Snow, middle set. It's off the block. Shook saves it but can't get it there. And already 2-0. That's not a good sign for the Lady Devils, who won the first 2 sets in this. And now they need to rally. You cannot afford to get behind by a lot in a 5th game. There's just not enough points on the board for you to be able to make huge comebacks. 3 points, the biggest lead the Tigers have had in the last set, in these 2 last sets. And now they're looking to make it 4. Floater, Marr with the pass, Winchester runs, and now Anthony has to step in and make the pass. Tigers look to attack to the outside, dug out there by Anthony, and now Eagleman has to take it over. Chappell with a back set, and that one sails to the back. Now a chance for the Lady Devils. Middle to Marr, she jumped too soon. Timing still off. Back set again. Yance is there. Winchester sets it outside. Eagleman goes middle, but it's picked up by the Tigers. Back set to the libero, and Swain's on the board. Lady Devils need to make some inroads now with Katie Winchester at the service line as they trail it by 2. Winchester a floater down the line. Tigers to attack. They stayed in attack mode. That's off the block of Marr and down. So again, a point for the Tigers. And it will be at the service line, Skylar Harrison. Shook with the pass. It's a good one. Winchester sets Marr, and that is out. Again, she's jumping too soon. Timing still off for Jenna Marr. It's a 4-point advantage now. That's the biggest the Tigers have held since late in the second game, and that one's tipped over the net. And timeout for Swain as they now trail it by 5.
I'm Taylor Holt with the Maroon Devils Network. Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe. And if you enjoy our videos, please hit the notification bell down below so you can get a notification every time that we upload a video.
So the Lady Devils in a deep, deep, deep hole, and they've got to catch some momentum and get out of this thing pretty quick because it's spiraling out of control for them here in the 5th and deciding game. Picked up off the floor by Caitlin Anthony. Miraculous effort. But again, the Tigers continue to attack. That one didn't pay off. but they have clearly been the more aggressive team over the last 2 sets, and it is paying huge dividends for them. Let's see if Kenzie Eagleman and her strong serve can bring the Lady Devils back. There's a hard one to the back row. They pull out of it. It's hit. Eagleman digs it, but it's off the rafters, and Swain still down 5. Elizabeth Davies to serve it for the Tigers. Nice pass, good set. Gauntz with it, cross court. And that's to the outside to Hogsett. She winds up and hammers one. Again, the Tigers continue to attack to that outside. And they now lead it by 6. Epperson with the ball. It's back set to Yauntz. She pushes it over. Way too many free balls coming across for the Lady Devils right now. They need to get an attack going, and they need it bad. Epperson with it over, and that's punched, and that'll be another point. She got that one down, and it's 7 now for the Tigers, and another timeout for the Lady Devils. As we come out of the second and final timeout for the Lady Devils, they are in deep trouble as they've got to dig out of this somehow, some way. And there's an ace that puts it to 8 points for the Tigers. 10-2, your score. Still serving Elizabeth Davies, the libero for Rosman. Floater to the back row. Eagleman with it. Up to the front, and there's Marr. That'll be back to the middle, punched over. And again, another point as things have disintegrated very quickly for the Lady Devils. That one's over by Winchester, and now here comes the Tiger attack. And 10, the largest lead of the night for either team, now by the Tigers. Anthony with the pass. Marr punches it to the back row. Now the Tigers again, another pass. They attack again, and that one is good. Tigers now 2 points away from victory in what seemed improbable 3 games ago. Floater, Anthony gets away from her, goes over, and that's a call for a net violation, thankfully, for the Lady Devils, as it would have been a point. So now it'll be Kiara Shook into the Lady Devils lineup, and she needs to reel off some big serves here as the Swain Club in deep jeopardy. That's cross court, past Chappell to set it. She goes to the outside to Buchanan. It's punched. Epperson gets there and lands on the Swain side. So match point now for the Tigers with Hogsett to serve it, leading by 11. The Tigers can put this match away right here. Eagleman with the pass. Shook picks it up over to Anthony. She punches it over. Now the Tigers look to the outside to attack, and that's off the Swain block. And the Tigers have taken this one 15-3. Best 2 out of 3 goes to the Lady Tigers, and they have won it here tonight at Swain, unfortunately for our squad. So we'll be back with you 1 week from tonight for the Hall of Fame induction ceremonies. It'll come to you live as they happen, and then we'll follow that up next Friday with the Cherokee Braves coming to town for the Smoky Mountain Conference opener for both squads. I'm Toby Burrell. Thanks for joining us here on the Maroon Devils Network.
Network. Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe. And if you enjoy our videos, please hit the notification bell down below so you can get a notification every time that we upload a video.